What's up, everybody? Welcome to More Trades. I posted something today with the community post on YouTube. Take a look at it. It's important news regarding Solana, Alameda Research, and this may happen in the next coming days or weeks. You need to be careful of that, of what's going on in the market. You need to be aware of what's happening in the traditional markets. We have the S&P 500 on the daily approaching the 200 EMA after that stretch that it had to the upside. So if the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones start rejecting, you would expect them to move the entire market lower, including the cryptocurrency market. Looking at Bitcoin, BTC CME futures, we closed at 16,050. So expect when we open on Monday, the CME futures, we might, depending on where Bitcoin will be at that time, we might have a gap up and then move down to fill the gap. So just be aware of that. We will be forming a gap if we close Bitcoin above 1650. At the moment, weekly chart. This video is mostly, I posted this video because I wanted to see how likely is Bitcoin's bottom in. I was looking at the weekly chart and I dived down into it to try to see what is the possibilities of that. So I went back to the COVID low, 2020, Bitcoin March 2020. To see how did price react and act at that point on the weekly. So on the week of 9th of March of 2020, Bitcoin spiked down. We had bearish divergence over here, and Bitcoin spiked down, fulfilled the bearish divergence. We did not have any bullish divergence. We had lower lows on price and lower lows on RSI, so no bullish divergence there. And we came up so quietly. I mean, it was so subtle, I think. We were at 4,000, we pumped to 5, spiked up to 7, came back down, spiked up again to 7, came back down, spiked up to 8, and then stabilized above the previous high, or at the previous high. We looked like we're forming resistance, and many people maybe were thinking that we're going for another leg down. We are at resistance. Then we pumped up, came back down, retested previous support, previous resistance as support, and we went up all the way up to 64k. Now as we were going up on the daily, the volume started increasing over here significantly. In October, you could see volume spiking up. But this is, on the weekly. But this is on the weekly, so we had small volume, up spikes, volume declining, up spike, again volume declining, up spike, as what happens when you start moving in a certain direction. But we did not have an indication of a bullish divergence down there. Now if you look at the other low of 28, this gave us hidden bullish divergence. We had a low. This is on Bitstamp. Then we formed a lower low over here. That was hidden bullish divergence, telling us that the trend is going to continue to the upside, and this is just a pullback. So essentially that's what you want to see. Then after that, this drop down was a corrective drop. Volume was dropping. This was an A. This was an expanded B, expanded flat for B, and now we're coming down in a C possibly. And the C is a 5-wave down. So now at the moment, how are we looking on the weekly? Or even on the daily? Could we do what we did in March 2020? If you go back to March 2020 and you look, we we kind of, after we spiked down, this is September. Let's go to March. There you go. After we spike down, we stabilize, take one step up, come back in a very sneaky way that you won't really notice it. Even on the daily, the volume was dropping on the way up, that I would tell you that we most probably would have a leg down. And we do have some small drops from 7 to 6, few $100, but it doesn't look like it's impulsive. It's like really sneaking on people. People don't even pay attention. Even if you look at the indicator on the daily, the candles are barely showing any volume except for this one. Now at the moment we're here on the daily, could we be doing the same thing? Volume would be declining, as I always show. We would be declining in volume. We'll be sneaking down slightly, put another low, and then slightly sneak back up again, stabilize up, and start pumping to above 25, 22k, 25k. Is that even possible? I mean, last week we were just at 21.5, and now people feel like it's impossible to go up there again. We're all looking at lower targets. Could this be the buying opportunity between the 15 to 16k region? I mean, if you are a holder, then Bitcoin is in a big discount. We are at 70+% discount from 69k. Is this the generational buying opportunity that we're talking about? We're having some bad news. FTX filing for Chapter 11. Alameda Research as well. Alameda Research is a big liquidity provider even for Binance. So things might not be so good. Fundamentally, the news is bad and all these kind of things. No one is talking so bullishly about projects, in my opinion now. No one cares about the projects. I mean, I don't think so. People are really talking about projects and fundamentals of the coin and the utility of the coins now. Everything's looking so grim. The traditionals are gonna go down, in my opinion. I believe on Monday, probably on Tuesday, the S&P will pull back. It's going towards the 200 on the daily. It's not far from that. And if the S&P starts pulling back, and the rest of the tech stocks start pulling back, the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones, Bitcoin won't stand a chance. Jeff Bezos has lost $1 trillion. That is the biggest loss of a single individual, was it, or a single organization? And that's a tech stock. What's coming next? Google, Amazon. I mean, Google. Was it Google or Facebook that they were laying off 11,000 people? So you just have to be aware of the bigger picture. Yeah, Bitcoin can pump up, but the bigger picture that tells you if people have money to buy. Anyways, that's all my update. I would love you to tune in to the streams. We have lovely streams. There's a lot of interaction in the streams. We would love to have you in there. And there's a lot of questions and answers, and people even in the stream put their input. We help each other grow, be better traders, see different points of view, see different patterns in the charts. And that's how we can grow as a community. Yeah, join the live streams. It's totally free, man. Smash the likes and keep your notifications on. More trades, I'm out.